See you guys again, and today I'm gonna bring a different type of video. Usually I'm just talking in the camera, but today I'm gonna bring you a reaction video combination where I'm gonna watch other people's YouTube videos on finance. Today we're gonna be watching Warren Buffett. He made an interview about how to be successful. He's sharing some advice on becoming successful. So I'm just gonna react to the stuff he says and elaborate on things that I think are important.
Through success.
Well, I've said many times that if you get to be 65 or 70 and later, and the people that you want to have love you actually do love you, you're a success. I've never seen anybody that reaches that age. I mean, I'm not talking about somebody that's in extreme poverty or pain or something, but I've never seen anybody that, if they have a lot of people that love them, that is other than happy. And I've seen some very, very wealthy people that they give testimonial dinners to and name schools after and everything. Nobody loves them, you know. Their own kids would say, he's in the attic, you know. But he never came.
What are, say, 3 pieces?
That's so true. I think that's something that me myself also has misinterpreted or just missed in life, where we think of success in monetary aspect. We see numbers, and we don't appreciate people who are around us who give us love. And I think that Warren Buffett really hit it on the nose with what it means to be truly successful is with the people who are around you, people who trust you and you trust, and this connection that we make. I think that's real. That's real right there.
Pieces of advice you would give to people who are looking to succeed in business?
Well, by far the best investment you can make is in yourself. I mean, for example, communication skills. I tell the students that come that they're going to graduate schools and business, and they're learning all these complicated formulas and all that. If they just learn to communicate better, and both in writing and in person, they increase their value at least 50%. And, I mean, if you can't communicate, somebody says, you know, it's like winking at a girl in the dark. Nothing happens, you know, basically. And yeah.
That's something that, as I'm growing up, is something that I implemented in myself. Making these YouTube videos, taking any courses like Toastmasters, where it's public speaking, anything that has to do with communication is something that I lacked growing up, and that's why I decided to make these videos at the same time. And Warren Buffett saying that it reinforces me, or I double down on getting better at communicating. Also, not staying away, but always overthinking if should I really go to back to school to get my MBA? Do I really need it, or should I just work on the stuff that I'm already good at and just double down on that? So really powerful what Warren Buffett says there.
You have to be able to get forth your ideas, and that's relatively easy. I did it myself with the Dale Carnegie course.
Yeah,
Some people wish I'd taken a shorter course now in terms of my talking later on, but it's just hugely important. And if you invest in yourself, nobody can take it away from you. I mean, the second thing, which I'll get a certain criticism for not living it, but I do tell those students, you know, that if I gave you a car and it'd be the only car you get in the rest of your life, you take care of it like you can't believe. Any scratch, you'd fix that moment. You read the owner's manual, you keep a garage and do all these things, and you get exactly one mind and one body in this world, and you can't start taking care of it when
that's something that is very important with me too. The whole working out thing, powerlifting, running, playing basketball, is something that I always I did it without thinking that it was going to be beneficial. I always did it because it was fun. Warren Buffett saying that you only have one vehicle, that you're the only vehicle. Your mind, your body is the one thing. Well, it just makes it much important for me to keep working out and to always think about your health and to eat well. It's something that he doesn't follow I know Warren Buffett doesn't like, I don't think he says that he doesn't like eating vegetables. So it's so funny that he says something like this. Well, he doesn't really follow it. I think he iterates more about that.
You're 50. By that time, you'll have rusted out if you haven't done anything. So you should really make sure that you just remember that you just got one mind and body to get through life with and to do the most with it.
What about life advice?
Well, life advice is, the most important thing, aside from the things I've talked about already, is really who you associate with. You want to associate with people that are better than you are. I mean, basically, you'll go in the direction of the people that you associate with, and you want to have the right heroes. You want people, if you want to emulate somebody, you better pick very carefully who you want to emulate. And when, obviously, you can't pick your parents. They're going to have an enormous influence on you, but you don't get a choice on that. But you get choices as you go down the line, and who you admire, who you.
Super powerful stuff. That's why I keep reading other ideas. I try not to stick with one idea. Looking for mentors to follow, and he nailed it with the parents. My parents didn't. They immigrated here young, so that they didn't have a lot of opportunities when they came in, and they couldn't show me the ways of this country. So looking for other people who had a similar background and became successful on their own ways, and then you're following them or admiring them or just nitpicking their success, or it's just important to continue.
Want to copy, and the most important for most people in terms of that decision is their spouse. It's also important in terms of a partner in business, but the partner in life is the most important one. You want to pick a spouse that's better than you are, and then he or she, and you hope they don't figure it out too fast.
Great. Biggest mistakes people make when investing?
Well, they try to. They just don't realize that all you have to do is just buy a cross-section of America and then never listen to people like me or read the papers or do anything subsequently.
Super true. This is something that I always advise. And not only have learned it from Warren Buffett, I learned it from Peter Lynch, a lot of other investors, famous investors or popular investors, where they tell you just buy an S&P 500 stock and just keep it forever. Or whenever you need the money, just take it out. But invest on the whole market. You can't miss. You can't lose.
They think that because you can trade, you should trade. You buy a farm, you buy an apartment house, you can't resell it tomorrow. And the cost of moving around. Now you get something handed to you, liquidity, which is instant. You can sell, and the cost of doing it are pennies, compared to other kinds of investment activity. So because they can so easily move around, they do move around, and moving around is not smarter than investing.
You have a pretty cool morning routine regarding what you have for breakfast and how prosperous you feel. What is that?
Well, I now actually send somebody over to McDonald's usually to get me something.
Well, guys, that's what I end this video on Warren Buffett. I think he pointed out some of the most important things that I wanted to come across, and he hit it on the nose of most of the things that I usually talk about on this channel. Not only because I learned it from him, but I also learned it in other books, Tim Ferriss, and it really it's very important to follow people like him, listen to them, and nitpick some of their advice and apply it to your life. So I just wanted to share that as a little reaction video for you guys. If you like the video, like it, share it with one friend, and remember to always keep it simple. Thank you guys. See you next time.